everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
I never entertain conversations when they talk about splitting bills and money in a marriage, because when I imagine my marriage, money's not an issue. Like, when money's not an issue, you don't have to discuss splitting bills, because I could pay the bills, you could pay the bills, and we both will have a lot of money afterwards still. Like, so what is all this? It's like, to me, it's a lack mindset, because you're already planning before, a lot of people, before they even get in a relationship, to have to discuss who's paying bills. Reality is where it doesn't matter. Whoever pays it. Like, now, I guess you should discuss, like, whose account is going to come off, just to make sure that they get paid. But, like, in my reality, in my utopia, which is how everyone should imagine a marriage before they go into it, like, it's going to get paid. Either way it go, we're both going to have such a surplus after the bills are paid, so it doesn't matter who pays it.
Logically speaking, that sounds correct, man. That you would think that someone would be like, okay, since we're married, the bills are coming, the bills are going, our paychecks are going to a account, and that account is going to pay the bills. But the problem is how much money does one person put in versus another. Sometimes women feel like they don't need to put more than the man. The man is the provider. And so that's why they don't want to put 50-50 in. They don't want to put the same amount as their man. They want the man to put the bulk amount of the bills. And I don't know what they want to take care of. I see it's so many deep issues. It's deep rooted issues into how they've been played in the past, how they seen their mom being done or something of that nature, whatever. But the thing is, what 50-50 means, there's in a marriage, you put your money into an account. You come up with an amount that y'all supposed to put into an account that's going to take care of the net necessities. Unless that man is saying, hey, I got the bills, you take care of the food, you take care of whatever. But other than that, there should be no other there's no other bills. But then there's things that come up, like a engine might blow on a car. You might need an air conditioner. Whose account does that come out of? Do you guys have a savings, or you guys putting something back? Where is all this stuff coming from? So I don't think that a lot of people are thinking about this stuff logically when it comes to 50-50 and thinking about saving. And so I was just listening to a friend speak, actually, and we could touch on what my friend had said earlier.
Oh, I'm just, baby, they must done fix TikTok, because, baby, we right back in the groove of things, baby. Now we back talking about 50-50, the same goddamn topic we've been talking about since COVID. So let's just do some math, because I'm really getting irritated. My rent, $2,200. A man come to me, hey, baby, we gonna make it, I want to make it easy for you, you know what I'm saying? Split some bills, we can go 50-50. Every 2 weeks, $1,100. Then you gotta think about it. He might got a car note. Then we got nigga, all you got is 50% to help me with. Why? But I got every 2 weeks my check more than that. My check more than $1,100. What I need you for, sir? You are a liability. Your check. The fuck? That's not helping me. How is that helping me? That's not helping me at all. Because guess what? I could be saving a little, but you ain't saving nothing. Your whole life, everything you working for is going directly to bills. That means, say for instance, I want to take a trip. You ain't got no motherfucking money. But if I was to live on my own, I still got some money to do what the fuck I want to. I still got money to go buy a Sonic meal. I still can go get me some Parmesan crusted lamb chops after I get paid from the first 2 weeks. Your first 2 weeks, you gotta put towards the fucking rent. You can't do nothing. You finna ask me for gas money. money. Go to your mammy house. I'm not, what the fuck y'all acting like y'all helping somebody? Nigga, these niggas ain't making no damn money like that. Get your ass on somewhere with that shit.
Okay, let's break this down because it seems like I think you like purposely not trying to understand what I'm saying. I simply said 50-50 has to work. It ain't a, trust me, a team, all that team shit is not going to work if one person, especially if the woman makes more money than the man. I'm just going to use a similar situation I was in. This is a bi-weekly paycheck, right? $200 out of his paycheck, insurance $100. We know this. I'm really winging it. Car note $500. Now think about it. I said my rent $2,200. After bills, the man is basically left with $0. Woman still left with $900. He cannot save. How can he save? That's the whole goal. The whole goal of going 50-50 is so both people can save money. He can't build credit. Damn, baby mama still hitting him up. He still gotta buy something else. Even the taking money out of child support, he still gotta buy other stuff. So that means the money that I have to save, I still gotta get him gas money. That's not even including food. 50-50 only works when both people make similar money. If one person is making 3 times, then the lower earning will financially be strained. And guess what? If we end up breaking up, guess what he gonna try to do? He gonna try to go find somebody else he can mooch off of, because like it's either he's gonna progress in a relationship or he's gonna try to find another job where he can make more money. But it's just crazy. People keep saying everything should be 50-50. If I make 3 times more than the man and half the rent swipes out his whole check, his whole first part of his check, the first part of the month check, that's not partnership. That's somebody in survival mode. 50-50 only works when the incomes are 50-50. Honestly, like I wouldn't even want to see a guy even struggle like that, because it's going to be a lot of argument. It's just going to be it's just going to be too much. And man, I'm telling you, the worst type of man to be around is a broke motherfucker. I'm telling you, being around a broke man is probably like one of the worst things you could ever be around. I'd rather be with somebody that could match that, and we can just grow from that, invest. We have money left over. We're comfortable. We're both comfortable. Ain't nobody struggling to. It's either he gotta lower his standards on like his living arrangement. He gotta find him a 1-bedroom, this and that. Like me, I'm living comfortably, and I have a 3-bedroom. Like, and I'm okay.
But
like
what I say is that men, every woman that I've lived with has made more money than me, and I've never got mad at my woman for making more money than me. And they have paid majority of any bills at any time because I was living with them. It's their house. If I'm living in your house, it's your house. You was paying this stuff before I even came in. Now I help out. You know what I'm saying? I give you mine, but then it came to a point where, you know, I'm paying for people's stuff. They don't help me, and I'm still so. And then when stuff gets thick, I gotta leave. It don't matter. It don't matter if I just pay rent, and then you kick me out, be gone all month, come back at the beginning of the other month. It's time to pay again. Nigga, I didn't even get to stay here last time. I'm not paying. So that type of stuff, just don't live with a woman. For real. Don't live with a woman. Because that's the type of situation you're going to get put in if you living with a woman. So eventually I stopped living with women. But what I'm going to tell you is, even if a woman is making more than a man has to have some type of side hustle. He can't just not make no extra money. But what I will tell you is, living with a woman who makes more money than you, she's going to always keep you broke, because every time you make extra money, she's going to act like she won't let you save it. and she won't let you build your credit up. She won't do none of that because you need to spend it on this because she's been spending all her extra money on this, this, and this. So now you need to spend money on this, this, and this. So there's no room for you to grow as long as you live with a woman who makes more money than you, because she's going to always keep you broke, because anytime you get extra money, she's going to have it already spent for you. So that's how it used to be until I just stopped doing it. Like, I literally was like, no, I'm not doing it. And it used to be times where she'd be like, I want to go here, I want to go there. And I'm like, man, I don't really want to go because I'm trying to save money. You got expendable money. I don't. But every time I look up, you trying to spend, you trying to do something, and it's not helping me save. I'm trying to build credit. I'm trying to buy a new home. I'm trying to get somewhere. I can't get nowhere if every time I look up, we spending money. You know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, my plan worked, because once I got away from her, I was able to save. I was able to save. I was able to come up. I was able to put money back. I was able to fix my credit. I was able to buy my own home. Those same hustles I had worked. That same job I had, I still worked there. So you don't need to change anything about you but that woman. You just need to work harder, work smarter, and change that woman. Because a woman that make more money than you gonna always keep you broke. Because if she feel like she gotta pay everything, every time you get some extra money, she gonna make you pay it, and you ain't gonna be able to save nothing. And women that make a lot of money like finer stuff. They don't like mediocre stuff. So you can't come mediocre with them. So they don't like you to be creative. They want top notch everything. So don't be creative with them. I'm talking about everything. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. You ain't gonna save. But this paycheck thing, this is a bi-weekly paycheck, but they only talk about one paycheck. One paycheck should take care of the rent. You still have $400 left over. So $200 goes to your child support. You save the other $200. All right. The next paycheck, $100 goes to your health insurance. Health insurance comes out of every paycheck. So now you only got $100 out of one paycheck. The second paycheck, you got your car note and your car insurance that come out of that paycheck. So you got $800 left minus the health insurance, minus the child support. Now you got $500 left. You should be able to save at least $200. And you probably need to get a side hustle. You do that for 5 months, 6 months straight. You have $1,200. You create a small business, and you create a small business. You start writing off taxes. If you have bad credit, be able to claim one of your kids so you can pay off some stuff on your credit, your debt. Get a side hustle. Start selling snapback hats. Start selling t-shirts. What I would suggest is like finding t-shirts on sale somewhere that's already got print on. Find them somewhere on sale that look cool and sell those. But you got to do something easy, and you got to find a market and a niche, and then it'll go. Or get online and make money. It is what it is. But being with a woman, she's gonna always keep you broke if you living like that.
Girl, this might sound extreme, but I honestly think that one of the biggest dangers to a woman's finances is how she splits the household bills with her partner. I know that couples can choose to split their household bills whichever way they choose, and honestly, there isn't one right way to do it. However, I do feel uncomfortable when I see women say that they split the bills equally, 50-50 down the middle with their partner, even though they earn significantly less. It does make me wonder whether or not the maths is being done, or whether people are just doing what sounds fair on paper. Because in reality, that arrangement is not fair at all. Imagine as a woman, you are earning £40,000 in your household, while your partner earns £100,000. The bills in your household could come up to something like £2,000. If you decide to split those bills equally, that's £1,000 each that you're paying. Over a year, that's £12,000. For the man, that's only about 12% of his income, while for you, that's 30% of your income. That means that he gets to save more, invest more, and build more wealth than you. Which is crazy to me because in the long run, women statistically earn less. Women are more likely to take career breaks, which of course impacts your earnings. Women often shoulder more unpaid labor, but women actually often live longer, which means they actually need more money. And I honestly think that a lot of women find themselves in this situation because they're afraid to speak up. Women don't want to be seen as gold diggers. Women don't want to seem like they're nagging or starting an argument. But girl, you cannot afford to play with your finances like this. If you're comfortable with this situation, then cool. But girl, if you're not, open up your mouth and speak up. I know this isn't easy, so I've created the ultimate money conversations guide for women to help you breeze through these awkward money conversations. To protect your pockets and protect your peace, comment wealth below and I will send you the guide now.
What to do, everyday people, man? So we just heard the opposite side where she's talking about women making significantly less than their spouse and women paying 50-50. I don't hear the same energy. It's like, well, actually it is the same energy. It's like, but it's on the way where it's not fair because he's able to save more and he's not able to, that don't make sense. But if it's a guy has to meet her 50-50. If a woman's making more money, a guy has to meet her 50-50. Doesn't matter if he's able to save or not. But if a woman is making less and she has to pay 50-50, it's unfair because she's not able to save enough. Yeah, so then I guess we just gonna have to chalk it up to being, it's just, one of those things where it just ain't right. What do you call it? Like double standard. It's a double standard. It's a double standard. And when we can sit here and argue about it all day, it's a double standard. And it don't matter. A man is supposed to make sure his woman is able to save the same amount, the 30%. So she should only pay 30% of her income. 12% of her income. And he should take up more because he can afford it. And he could still be able to save more than her because his income was twice hers. If she made 40 pounds and he made 100,000, that means he made 150% more than she did. So he's able to do it. He's able to save. He's able to still save more than she will. And she'll still play significantly less. So wouldn't you want that for your man? Especially if y'all building something, like if y'all trying to, buy a new home together, or you want to save for a rainy day, you want to also save for a vacation fund for the family, stuff like that. But when it comes to a woman, it's her money, and women, when they want a vacation and they make significantly more money, they pay for the vacation. It's the same thing for a man. And they want a vacation, they're going to do it. They're going to pay for the vacation. And they're not going to ask their woman to come off her money for it. So it's, either way it go. But like I said, I've been in a situation before, and I'm not saying, I'm not defending anything. Like, it don't matter. Like, it worked for me. I don't know how it worked for y'all. It worked for me. But see, I always had side hustles. I always had extra businesses. I used to work on my food truck Friday and Saturday to make $700 a month. My YouTube is making, $3,000 a month when I wasn't making no money at work. And I was only bringing home $1,000 every 2 weeks. $1,000 every 2 weeks. Then every weekend I have to go make $600-$700 profit from selling on my food truck. And then doing YouTube. And when YouTube started making money, I'm talking about making I was making a significant amount of money than I'm to at that time, and I was like, wow, this is a lot, And when you think about it, you like, now I got more money to do whatever I want to do, and now I'm trying to save and invest, and I got a woman with a handout. Well, I need this for this. We need money for this. We need money for this. I'm like, so I'm putting money in the savings, and I'm not really telling her how much I got because I know she gonna ask for it. Like it's now it went from paying, from not paying much on daycare, paying what I can on daycare, to now I'm paying more and more and more and more on daycare. To now I'm paying all of daycare. So like I said, the more money you make, the more they're gonna require you to start paying the bills. So the less you able to save. And then, like I said, after I was able to get away from that, I was able to save. And I still paid everything. I still paid all that. I still saved money. And I still paid a lot of shit. So, just thinking like, just being with a woman, man, just for real. Like, don't get with a woman till you financially stable, really, because, or if that's the case, if your woman is gonna be like that, and I say, it ain't gonna work if they money hungry, or if finances, if they not good with money, because I lived with a woman, I was with a woman, we both made significantly less than what I make or anybody that I've dated in these recent years, and significantly less, and we was never broke. We was always taking vacations. She would even quit her job for 6 months to go do something, just to chill at home and be with her family during the summer, her kids. Like that's a person who had good financial um financial literacy, and she knew how to save her money, and she knew how to put her money up, and she wasn't needy. She didn't need a bunch of shoes, she didn't need a bunch of clothes, she didn't need a bunch of trips. Her bills was paid, the rent paid, she didn't need much. So that's who you gotta find. You gotta find somebody who can be like that. You don't need somebody who's a financially illiterate person. Y'all never gonna make no money. Y'all gonna stay broke. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. I mean, and then, man, always learn how to save your money. Learn how to, put your money up. Learn how to use your money to make money. Trust me, it'll work for you.